Hey there, dreamers. I am so glad you're here. You're here for a quick little tutorial for our Celebrate Autism Month cupcake decorating. As a reminder, all of the proceeds from this cupcake decorating kit go directly to the Burlington CPAC. So thank you so much for supporting that and for celebrating neurodiversity with us this month in Burlington. So let's see what you're gonna get inside. As usual, you'll get your package of 6 vanilla cupcakes, and you know by now, you're getting 3 types of buttercream. For this month, they're all shades of blue. So I have a nice dark blue, kind of like a royal sky, well not royal, like a sky blue here, and a nice little pastel blue. You're getting 3 shades of blue frosting. You're also going to get some rainbow sprinkles and some rainbow nonpareils, those little teeny tiny circle sprinkles that get all over the floor, be careful. And some sparkly blue sugar crystals. This time I also threw in an extra piping bag. You'll see it with a little blue rubber band around it. While I demo my cupcake design for you today, you'll see I did something. You might see sometimes that I have buttercream colors kind of swirled together. And one of the ways I do that is just to pipe each of those different colors kind of separately in another piping bag. So you'll see I have all of those different colors in here. And I'm gonna model for you how you can swirl some frosting, some multicolored frosting on your cupcakes this way. So that's what that's in here for. And you'll also get some Airheads cut up into teeny tiny strips. I'm gonna model for you how you can use those to twist them to make those rainbow infinity symbols too, if you wanna put those right on the top of your cupcake. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is take out your Airhead strips. Oops, dropped a couple there. You'll see how I already have them cut into thin strips for you. They might be a little bit stuck together. Just carefully peel them apart, and if they get ripped apart or like combined, it's really not gonna matter that much. I love Airheads for a few different reasons. 1, they're delicious. 2, they're really pliable and flexible, almost like modeling clay. So you can really make a lot of cool things with them. If you saw a video of a dog cake that I made recently, fun fact is I actually made the tongue that's sticking out of that dog's mouth out of Airheads. I took a red Airhead and a white Airhead and kind of mixed them together. So we're going to be using these multicolored Airheads today to make that rainbow infinity symbol that represents neurodiversity. Do you know what that word neurodiversity means? Neuro refers to neurons, which are the cells in your brain. So neuro means having to do with the brain, and diversity is a word that means differences, celebrating differences. So if we're celebrating neurodiversity, we're talking about celebrating and honoring that everybody's brains are wired and made a little bit different. Everybody's unique, and your brain, the neurons in your brain make you who you are, and the neurons in my brain make me who I am. So we can use this infinity, this rainbow infinity symbol, to celebrate neurodiversity and how great and unique all of our brains are. Sorry, I just turned that off for a second. My dog, Axel, is going nuts behind me. See him playing with his toy? Just ignore that noise. Everything is fine, I promise. Let's take a peek at how we can make these rainbow infinity symbols. So your Airheads should be pretty pliable. If they are not, an option is to heat them up in the microwave for just a quick second, like 5 to 10, maybe 15 seconds if you need to, but this is important. Listen carefully, very, very carefully. Make sure the power level of your microwave is only at 50%. If you heat up these Airheads on a higher power level, they're going to burn. They're going to get really, really hot, and I don't want you to get burnt. So make sure you have a grown-up around that can help you make sure that the power level on the microwave is set the right way. Or if you're patient and like to play with clay or other things in your hands, you can just kind of twist it around and warm it up in your hands that way. That works too. So what you're gonna do is make sure you have a few different pliable pieces. I'm gonna get red, orange. I wish we had yellow. Airhead doesn't make yellow that I know of. At least I couldn't find any yellow ones. Red, orange, yellow, blue. Axel's having the time of his life over there with that toy. Red, orange, yellow, blue. And I'll do green next. And then purple. So for just a couple minutes, I'm gonna kind of put them all together, stick them like that. See how I'm doing that there? And then I'm just going to roll them between my palms. I lost one. One of them went flying, but it's okay. I made these strips a little bit longer than you're probably going to need them, so you can, once you get it all rolled out, you can tear it. Yeah, see, it's getting a little bit long. I don't think I'm gonna need it this long, but that's okay. If it does get soft enough, you can always roll it out on a cutting board or a countertop or a piece of parchment paper, wax paper, a tray, whatever you have. Just maybe not your kitchen counter, because then that's gonna be a mess for someone to clean up. So here we go. I have this nice twisty rainbow rope now. And to make the infinity symbol, I'm just going to, kind of like I'm tying my shoe, right? I'm just gonna loop it around. Uh-oh, it broke. No big deal. We can just squish it back together. That's why I love Airheads. Just like clay. And there we go. And it looks like a little 8 if you turn it this way. When we put it on top of our cupcake, it's going to be sideways to represent neurodiversity. And there is our rainbow infinity symbol. I gave you enough to make 6, but you can make as many or as few as you'd like. These do not have to go on all of your cupcakes. You can do whatever you want. Oops. In case this is your first time decorating with me, I do want to let you know how important it is to make sure your buttercream is at room temperature before you get started. Otherwise, it can come out kind of drippy and liquidy if it's too hot, or it can be kind of chunky and hard to squeeze if it's too cold. I may have even popped a few icing bags in my time by working with buttercream that wasn't quite at room temperature, so just be aware and be careful of that. I told you I was going to explore some multicolored buttercream today. Remember, I gave you an extra bag in your kit to give this a try too. First thing I'm gonna do, snip off about 1/4 inch at the end of my piping bag here. And for this first cupcake, I'm not gonna go too crazy with the multicolor swirl because I want to do a different effect with these rainbow nonpareils. You might have noticed that I prepped them in my little dipping tray. So here's what I'm gonna do. Just gonna pipe out a little, very kind of thin dollop of buttercream there. See, I didn't go too crazy with it. And then I'm going to smush it and completely cover it with these little rainbow circular sprinkles. How fun is that? Now here's where the extra fun begins. Hopefully this starts to come out a little bit more multicolored. Can you see that? Ooh, I like that a lot. That is beautiful. And then I'm going to take my infinity neurodiversity symbol and stick it right on top of that cupcake. I think I made these ones a little bigger than I intended to, but that's okay because you get more Airhead to eat on this one. That's really yummy. Yeah, there is our first design. Ignore the fact that this is a chocolate chip cupcake, okay? Yours are vanilla. I ran out of vanilla cupcakes, so I had to do what I had to do here. Next one. I don't need these little rainbow nonpareils anymore. I really want to see the variety of colors that I can get in this multi-blue swirl. So I'm gonna take my cupcake, start around the outside edge, and I'm gonna squeeze a little bit harder this time so it comes out in a thicker ring. All the way. Sometimes you have to push it down a little bit more. And there we go, multiple shades of blue. Oh, this looks like an ocean that I just want to dive into. Can it be summer yet? On this cupcake, I'm gonna take just some of my regular rainbow sprinkles and gently sprinkle them across the top. Some of them are bound to fall on that plate or whatever tray you're working on. That's okay. Try not to get them all over the floor. That's frustrating for cleanup time. And I'm glad that these sprinkles have that pop of yellow too, because I feel like our rainbow's really missing it. And then again, actually, you know what, I'm gonna put it, yeah, right? I'm gonna smush it right down the top like a little bow on top of a gift. And there's our Infinity Rainbow Sprinkle Cupcake here. Thank you so much for being here with me. I cannot wait to see what fun designs you come up with your kit. If you like what you saw here today, if you learned a little something, I don't want to brag or anything, but I think I have like 4 or 5 whole videos on my YouTube channel. Like it, subscribe, there'll be more coming. Share with your friends, share with your family, and share some of these cupcakes with someone you love. Have an awesome day.